Hello, everybody. Jess Lohse, SBCA, Structural Building Components Association, other weekly update. It is Groundhog's Day, February 2nd. I think Punxsutawney did not see a shadow this morning, so that means a early spring, which means more trusses and wall panels are going to be built and put up. So our members should be happy about that if all holds true. So an early spring, more business, that's what we want. This week, as far as what SBCA staff has been working on, we went to the BCMC site visit committee meeting in Milwaukee. We're going to be in Milwaukee this year, and great meeting. Thank you to everybody that came out to attend, both the exhibit side, the attendee side, the CMs, the framers. We had Chris Tachi there, among a lot of other people, and a lot of good feedback, a lot of good work. And that's one of my favorite committees to watch because obviously there's deadlines. The show's got to go on, right? So it's cool to see all the different things that we're implementing, tweaking, as well as keeping the same. So it should be a really good show coming up this year in Milwaukee. It's going to be held at the Baird Center. So a couple things there. It is under construction, and it is set to host the Republican National Convention coming up in, I believe, July. So everything's going to be done there. So hopefully when we're there in October, it is done. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, Baird Center, my good friend Baird Quisenberry from Eagle Metal, we sell sponsorships. You do not have to go out and buy the building and name it after yourself. So that's one of those things that'll probably come up a few times. But again, we are offering sponsorship sales for BCMC. Anything that want to come up, make sure you do that among all the vendors, anybody that wants to sponsor anything. But I will poke fun with Baird, and I'm sure his staff will as well from Eagle throughout this entire process. And that's just kind of how one of the things go. I don't think we'll ever be able to go to a Jess Center, but maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Beyond that, but really looking forward to BCMC. Every year I say that, but it's cool being able to travel to the town once or twice beforehand and get to know it and kind of those intricacies that make the town special. We met with the Visitors Bureau. They toured us through a couple different facilities and stuff for potentially having a dinner like we did last year. So a lot of cool stuff there. But know that the work is happening. I could probably go on for half an hour just talking about Milwaukee and BCMC. I'll spread that out over the next several weeks and months leading into it. But know that that work is happening. It happens really year round. So thank you to Allie, all of the committee members, everybody on staff that's putting in the hard work to make sure that we have another successful BCMC coming up October 7th through the 11th in Milwaukee. Beyond that, BCSI updates. We've got the committee working on that. A lot of discussion, a lot of good fodder back and forth, and it's interesting to hear the perspectives and different things going on there. I think that we've got some work as far as interpretations and everything to make happen there, but that's why we do these things, making sure that we can make things better. Beyond that, we've got an electronic BCSI that we're getting ready to release. We've got some information there as far as subscription and pricing. Hopefully, it's palatable and more convenient. I know that when I reference codes and even TPM1, I'm going to the online version. So it's one of those that we want to be able to offer that to anybody that wants to have that convenience, be able to make some notes inside of that document, so to speak. But Molly and Laura from our team have really been putting in a lot of work on that. Appreciate all their hard work on it. It's going to be really cool once we get it out. Expect that here in the next few weeks. I won't say few, but I'm thinking a couple, but we'll see. We want to make sure it's ready as well, so it doesn't kind of have a fiasco type situation, but we're always doing that. We're testing things in the back end and making sure that we have the best foot forward right out of the gate. Beyond that, QC, QA, we've got a memo coming out. I believe that'll happen in next week. John Arney from our staff has helped to draft that. We've circulated a few different times. Greg Greenlee, myself, Molly, again, participated a lot with that. Just kind of points of emphasis when it comes to quality control. A lot of different things come up throughout the year. So we figured, okay, let's kind of start off the year with the right foot. Again, we're in February, but it is one of those that, QCs all the time. So let's make sure that we're doing some things and putting some attention on some matters that need a little bit more attention than maybe not some of the others that are already inherently included in the QC. Beyond that, we're also working on an annual report for staff. That'll be good to have that out, review everything we did in 2023, all the good work that happened with that. And also OQM planning. We've got Fort Worth coming up in March. Getting the details dialed in. We've got a lot of education as far as panel, also some econ, having an econ speaker come in. So it's going to be jam-packed schedule, not a lot of extra time as far as what we normally do. Obviously, we'll still have the evenings. We'll be able to do the camaraderie. We'll be able to, kind of the fellowship and getting to know one another, the networking. That's always a great time at the OQM. So looking forward to Fort Worth. Hopefully the weather's warm. Not to say that I can complain. It's been fairly warm outside of a couple dips below zero in my neck of the woods. But overall, March, we should have some good weather, hopefully, in Texas. And beyond that, really a couple staff updates. We've got our Director of Education, Ashley Baker. She's going to be starting on Monday. Also, Nikki Hilton, a new executive assistant, is going to be starting Monday. We've got a couple other staff positions, which I'll probably lead off next week with that, talking about what we're going to be doing to shake things up, moving some people around, and really going to benefit the association, I think, for the work, the manpower, and different things that we've got going on there. Beyond that, Steven's birthday is coming up on Wednesday, so excited about that. He's going to be leaving us here in a few weeks, but we still get to celebrate one last birthday with him, and hopefully he sticks around as far as being in touch and talking and communicating beyond that. And finally, kind of the business development role, that is still open. We are in the process of scheduling interviews, also some intro conversations, just kind of tell them about the position, see if there's any questions. That immediate feedback I've seen is successful for having a good relationship out of the gate with our prospective employees and ultimately the ones that end up joining us. So with that, we're going to be busy. We'll be busy again next week. I'm looking forward to talking to you then. Till then, press on, have a great weekend, and we will talk to y'all later. Goodbye.